This show is brought to you by MeUndies. Go to MeUndies.com/Joey right now to get 20% off of your first order and free shipping in the U.S. and Canada, and you can save up to $8 a pair when you do the MeUndies subscription plan. That's MeUndies.com/Joey. Show is also brought to you by Tracker. Never lose anything again with Tracker. Go to thetracker.com, that's THE tracker.com, and enter promo code CHURCH. And you're going to save up to 30% off of your entire order. That's thetracker.com, THE tracker.com, and enter promo code CHURCH to save 30% off of your entire order. The show is also brought to you by Club W. Go to Club W right now and go to clubw.com/Joey, and our listeners are getting $20 off of your first order. That's clubw.com/Joey. And we know you hate paying for shipping, so Club W will pay for your shipping on orders of 4 bottles or more. It's clubw.com/Joey. And go to onnit.com/church to get 10% off on all of the great optimization products like Alpha Brain, Strongbone, ShroomTech Immune, and ShroomTech Sport.
Oh shit. It's starting. Kick that fucking mule, Lee. I want to hear that in my fucking cans. Come on, kick that fucking thing. He's one of these deaf young kids, you know. He likes music low. Crank that motherfucking horse. There you go. Don't look at me. Crank it to the top. There you go. Can you believe that it goes this loud? And for 2 minutes he'll play it like we're fucking hemophiliacs or something. Jesus fucking Christ pose. Stop being a victim, you fucking cocksuckers. Get out there. It's the Church of What's Happening Now. Tuesday, June 21st. One of my most hated people in the world was born this day. What are you gonna do? I hate this fucking day. This fucking jam, this whole side on Bad Motorfinger is just, it's fucking classic. Jesus. What's the story, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here, Lee Syatt here. Tuesday, June 21st. We're coming in Tuesday because I got a big fucking day tomorrow. I got things to do.
People to see.
People to see. As you know, it's been hot in a motherfucker here. I mean, you know, and listen, it's these fucking Gentiles that make it hot. I mean, it ain't that fucking hot. But I tell you, yesterday, there were some moments you could not sit outside. Listen, I love being outside. I love the sun. I hate that indoor fucking shit. You're depressed? Get vitamin D. Vitamin D is the best fucking thing in the world for you. A couple minutes in the sun, I know, but Joey, sun, cancer. You know it's cancer sitting inside 4 fucking walls, breathing the same fucking oxygen, okay? That's fucking cancer. You go outside, you sit under a tree, you get close to the fucking roots, it's making chlorophyll, you whatever the fuck. You suck by that tree, you do some Dr. Belises, you get a little vitamin D, things change. I fucking changed whole days with 10, 15 minutes in vitamin D. It's fucking amazing how people are actually scared of a little bit of fucking sunlight. I get up in the morning, first thing I do is walk on the balcony. I want to see what the fuck's cracking. I got to get some air. I want to breathe whatever the fuck's out there. You see what happened the night before. It was windy, something.
Were you ever self-conscious about taking your shirt off? Because I always used to be. And there's a huge difference for me between being outside and being outside with your shirt off.
What do you mean? Who needs to go outside with their shirt on? I'm talking just go outside and get air and get oxygen. Right away, you want to be fucking Tarzan. Nobody was talking about
the beach. I'm not saying
who gives a fuck about the beach? I'm not even talking about the beach.
You're just saying random walk.
Yeah, the beach is a car to the beach. No, that's drama. I'm talking about you in your fucking house. You get up at 6. You feed the cats. You clean the letterbox. You take a shower. You have some coffee. And about 20, 25 minutes in, whatever the fucking time it is, you open your door and you go outside. You go outside and you see what the fuck's going on. You already showered. What are you going to sit in that fucking house for? You go outside and you breathe and you drink some water outside. Or you give thanks to God for giving you another fucking day. Every day since I was fucking in a rocket ship, I always went outside the house. You gotta go outside.
I don't think I'm agoraphobic, like scared of going outdoors.
Fuck yeah, you are.
But
you sit in that fucking house for 3 days.
It gives me anxiety leaving. Like,
why do you get anxiety?
I have no idea. There's everything I like is in my house. I know that nothing bad's really gonna happen. Like, I'll drive myself nuts.
I'm not saying
I'll spend 3 hours trying to figure out what to eat. It's not
I'm not
that.
saying going to a strip club.
No.
I'm just saying walking in front of your fucking house.
Yeah.
Under a tree, getting a little bit of sun, breathing, no music, no iPod, no nothing. Just collecting your thoughts for 10 minutes outside. I don't care how hot it is or how rainy it is. Even when it's rainy, I sit outside sometimes. You get hit with a couple drops of rain. Oh, my God. Who gives a fuck? But in a way, it gets you going. It's a different way of getting going outside coffee and all these things. You let nature get you going. If you were around 8,000 fucking years ago, you'd wake up outside and you'd breathe that air. And guess what? People didn't sit around and talk and read the fucking paper. They got up and killed motherfuckers.
I know you said you've done this, like this was you before you went to prison, but did prison have anything to do with it? Not being able to go outside? No, not at all?
I remember being a kid and living in Manhattan on 89th Street. Mm-hmm. That's my first memory of a real home. And we had in those days, it was an apartment, but you walked into the apartment, it was a living room, then there was a kitchen, and in the kitchen, you opened the sliding gate.
Okay.
And it was like 12 by 12, whatever the fuck those things are, you know? And I remember I'd just sit out there and look at the sun. I could have been 4. I don't know what the fuck I was waiting for. I wasn't waiting for fucking a rainbow or nothing. I was just a retarded little 4-year-old kid, and I would just sit there and look at the sun and go to myself, how fucking beautiful is this?
Did you ever have dinner outside? I had a deck too.
I would
like,
go
all
inside,
that is
I would
huge.
watch TV, and when I would get bored,
yeah,
I'd go in that balcony and I'd sit in the corner. And my mom would say, why do you sit out here? It's better than sitting in there. I'm breathing air. If you looked down in those days, you saw garbage. I don't like eating outside.
Really?
No, I don't like eating outside, especially with becoming this country. People eat outside to show you they're outside. Look at us with an umbrella. Put me in the back, looking forward. So if somebody comes in, I slip out the bathroom door.
Well, I don't understand it at restaurants, especially when outside is the
that's
parking
a jerk
lot.
off thing. That's since I used to date a girl that was her thing. Let's sit outside. What do they call it? Sousa fresca.
Yeah,
agua fresca. Go fuck yourself, fresco. Put me in the back, and I'll look forward. I don't want no outside germs and no fucking people breathing. Dog. You ever see people handle your food?
Oh, it
They
drives
grab
me
the
nuts.
food, and the motherfuckers that stop to answer a question, I'll break the dish over their fucking head. You know what I'm talking about? Like they have your food, and they'll stop, talk. They'll talk, and your food will be just sitting there out.
Because you're looking at them in the
Oh
kitchen.
yeah,
See,
I look at everybody. I don't. No. Uncle Joey keeps that eye on that waiter. I got one eye on the waiter and the other eye on the fucking door.
the part that gets me, because I used to be a waiter, is like the thumb in the drinking glass, or the thumb touching like your food as they're bringing it to you, or like if you're at like a.
The thumb is the least of my problem.
Really?
Just a little tip of a thumb.
I don't
When
like
was
that.
the last time you put your thumb up your asshole? You don't. You put it in your mouth. The thing that bothers me the most is when they stop with your food to talk.
And it cools down.
No, it doesn't cool down. The breath. You're talking, and my food, your fucking germs are sticking to my fucking food, and his germs are sticking to your food. How do you know which way it is to the bathroom? I have no fucking idea. I'm carrying food that way. But you don't stop with my 3 fucking dishes to talk to somebody. That's my point.
And getting their breath on your food.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I don't like. That's what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about a thumb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like the
This
thumb.
country's worried about thumbs and hair. Who gives a fuck? If you're any type of civilian, you've been sucking dick for 30 years. How many hairs have you had in your mouth? You got more hairs than on the fucking OJ crime fucking scene. You understand? And right away, you don't want to fucking...
But it's different. I don't know. What it doesn't bug...
Because, listen,
Okay.
let me explain something to you
Right.
that you need to understand before you get into anything.
Okay.
When you walk into a restaurant, you have to assume in the back of your mind that this guy scratched his balls and picked up your meat. You have to assume that the lettuce guy, because if you don't, you're a fucking idiot.
I try to put it out of my head, I guess.
Yeah, we all do as Americans. You try to put it out of your head when you eat. But what do you think happens in a fucking kitchen? What do you think really happens? You know that food that you like? Let me ask you something. All these restaurants that dude Bar Rescue go to.
Right.
They're the restaurants you go to. The same type of food you like. You know, that dude that you were raving about, oh yeah, carnitas on a sandwich. Listen, that guy will be out of business in a year, and he's a filthy fuck back there. Because those carnitas, who's eating a fucking carnita sandwich? The only one that's doing that is you.
Carnitas is
Nobody has come up to me in the last 4 weeks and said, I found this place. And they had carnita sandwich with Swiss cheese or cheddar. That's even fucking worse. We discussed cheddar today.
You hate cheddar. I don't know what it is.
Because
Delicious.
it's not delicious. It's not a good cheese at all. Doesn't do anything to a sandwich, but makes you fucking white as fuck. That's all cheddar does. Cheddar's not Swiss. Cheddar's not Munster.
So what cheeses are passable?
American sliced thin. Sliced thin on turkey. Taste it sometimes. Thin with mayonnaise. Taste that fucking, it conglomerates better than that hard cancer. That cheddar's a hard fucking cancer. Don't you look at that fucking cheddar?
I don't think it's a cancer, but maybe. Who knows? I like Swiss.
Swiss is a call for ham. Swiss is a call for fucking turkey. Would change. Little Swiss on roast beef would change. On rye bread, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. You have no idea with the little seeds in it, a little rye bread with some roast beef sliced thin, a little pink. Throw some salt and pepper on that motherfucker. Throw a slice of Swiss cheese or two. A little shaved lettuce. Very important. Shaved lettuce.
Is that little strips?
It's little strips.
I love the little
and
strips.
And the slices of tomato on rye with mayonnaise. And then come back and you see your Uncle fucking Joey. If that's not your sandwich...
I used to get pissed at my mom because I loved something there's something about shaved lettuce that tastes different.
Yeah,
as opposed to like one leaf of lettuce.
Complete that leaf. I take that thing and I go, yeah, I don't want this. When they just put the leaf of lettuce in, I don't want that. No. I like when they put the spinach in and all that type of stuff, like the spinach leaves. I don't mind that.
Okay.
But shredded lettuce is the call. When you go down to Jersey Shore, it's shredded fucking lettuce. When you go to Hashway's Deli, it's shredded fucking lettuce. When you go to De Palma in Fairview, it's shredded fucking lettuce. What part of that doesn't anybody fucking understand?
I think it's laziness, I guess.
Yeah, it's laziness. It's fucking complete laziness. That's why you can't go to those places. Because if you go, you just fall into that fucking trap. You just have to boycott those places in your mind.
Everyone makes fun of you for your stances and stuff, but it gets you out a lot of bad. Like you never have a bad meal.
No,
it's just like
I stick to my guns.
Right? Yeah.
I stick to my guns. I love to try new things, but I look at the person who suggested it, and I look at the other foods he's told me about in his fucking stupid fucking life.
Do you still take advice from me or no?
No, not even close. You're disgusting. You like carne asada on French fries. That's
who doesn't like carne? It's delicious. Carne asada fries.
That's just garbage, Lee. That's just garbage. A nice fucking steak fry, nice, with an open steak sandwich. That's the way America. A fucking carnita. You don't know what the fucking carnita is. It could be a pork knuckle. I saw that meat they served at that thing the other day.
Where?
At that fucking benefit I went to. It was disgusting.
Yeah, bad meat. It's really
when people created all these meals, they have to evolve. But nobody in their right mind had the shit they're gonna put on French fries now. I mean, how many things can you put on French fries?
Everything.
Until you're fucking ridiculous. There's nothing I like on a French fry except ketchup. A nice cut potato from the house, and you cut steak fries. Doesn't need anything. If you want to dope it up with some garlic slices thin and some onion slices. That's it. That's all that needs. It doesn't need, nothing else. When I grew up in Jersey, I used to go to those places that had the gravy with the mozzarella cheese. That's fucking delicious. But you don't see me eating it every week.
You can't.
You can't. You throw those weights around 3 times a week. You want me to tell you what I ate today?
What do you have?
Tell you what I ate today. I woke up this morning, I had an almond smoothie. I don't eat dick. You know what I had for lunch? I had a steak and eggs with fruit and a piece of wheat toast.
That's good.
And I didn't eat nothing else. And then tonight, my wife made some fucking focaccia hamburger helper. I ate 2 fucking spoons of it. Tonight, I have a protein shake. I'm not better than you, and I'm trying to eat better. But I never, if I knew now what I knew at your age, I wouldn't eat half the shit I was eating. I would just refuse to eat it. And I did. When I tell you I'm not going to do it, listen, I hate my one friend, but one thing he always told me is I was telling Larry this last night on the phone. He's like, when I put something in my head, it's over. I'll never look at that food again. I'll never eat there again. I'll never go back there again. I don't care what they tell you. And I grew up at a time when there was no Yelp, when you made a personal fucking choice. You made a personal thing. I don't check Yelp because look at the people who are going on Yelp. They don't know about food. What do they know about food? They've been growing up out here eating this shit. The fuck do they know about food?
Nothing.
A carnita fry? Who's ever heard of that?
I guess.
With cheese on it.
It's so good.
You know how hard you work?
Yeah. I can't eat them, and I never have
It's
them
like
anymore.
it's over. Like at one point you look at that food and go, like it's never happening ever again. Like that's it. Never again. It can't happen. Like that's the discipline that America has never really understood with anything. Whether it's drugs or food or a pill or anything. And everything that goes with that has to be shut down. I.e., somebody calls you and says, hey, I'm having a party at that place. I ain't going there. Why? Because they have carnita fries.
I won't even step in the building.
No. It's just little things that people, and then we go back on, and then we get angry with ourselves. I should have never came here. You knew it. You fucking knew it. 2,000 million people are not wrong. Jared tricked the whole fucking nation into eating that horse meat. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. And if you say to me, well, Joey, it's a sandwich for $5. Do you know the sandwich I can make you for $5 fucking dollars? Do you have any fucking idea the sandwich I can make you for $5 fucking dollars?
Yeah,
the sandwich you can make yourself for $5 fucking dollars.
But you have to go to the store.
Who gives a fuck?
A lot of people.
Wouldn't you rather go to the store than have fucking that tattoo guy with greasy fingers? He's been smoking cigarettes. I don't give a fuck how many gloves at Subway one of those fucking foreigners put on their hands and that white dude with the tattoo of an alligator on his neck. He could put on 3 fucking gloves and the stench of his life is still gonna touch that fucking disgusting turkey pastrami they get that you're gonna eat. $5, you're selling your fucking soul.
You're selling your soul, and then it's just
$5 fucking dollars.
It's not good at all, even for to save the money.
No nutritional value at all. That's what I'm fucking saying. With half of these places you go eat at now, dog, are all a fusion. Everybody wants to be Johnny fucking Fusion, and they all.
When did that start? Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm sitting on my balcony last Friday. It's me and my wife. We're talking. It's fucking 2 PM. I went to. Who the fuck knows what happened? I know I'm starving. I look on the table. There's a fucking menu. All right, it's for. I look at the thing. It says spicy garlic shrimp.
That sounds good.
I said, God damn, where is this? I told my wife. We went down there. First, as I'm walking, I kicked myself in the ass. It was one of those mixed places. It was half Japanese and half Chinese. Right already, the hairs on my neck stuck out. Already, but I go, you know what? I got to be fair. I got to talk myself through this. Why be negative? I could be positive. Well, let me tell you something. The fucking fried wontons tasted like terrible. Even my wife was like, what are these things? The fucking Philly roll, the cream cheese was 2 years old. Okay? The shrimp and garlic was okay, but they gave me those fucking mezzamot shrimp.
I hate those
once
small
I
shrimp.
see those shrimp, I gotta go. The rice was the best thing on the menu, the white rice. Will I go there again? Never in my fucking whole life. Was it my fault? Absolutely, because I don't go. With my world, you got to pick a country. You're either Chinese or Japanese. You can't sell sushi and pork fried fucking rice. And every time you go to those places, you're going to end up going, wow, this ain't that good. No, because they can't even make good Japanese food. Now they want to try to cross fucking over.
They want to cross over, and then the problem I have with going out to eat, I have a terrible time making choices. Like, I'll spend 2 hours, and it's because I'll go to these places that, I had a bad meal there, but I'll try them again. Like, it seems like you just, if you make a decision and just stick to it, it makes your life a lot simpler, which I have
It's
a
like that
huge
day you
problem
said to
with.
me, I went to this place, got a burger. Why didn't you go to Stout? Well, because I don't give a fuck what Paula thinks. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. My wife, Paula, your wife. If somebody comes out here to visit me and says, hi, I was in a bar in Jersey, and I heard about this place called Five Fingers Burgers, Five Brothers, whatever the fuck it is. Can we go there and get a hamburger? Yeah, on your own. You want a burger? Yeah, we're going to Stout. Why are we going to Stout?
You don't get bored of any of these places?
No, but I don't go every fucking week.
Okay.
But it's the best burger. Why fuck around? I'm not going to go anywhere else. There's no reason to go anywhere else. The fries suck dick there, but the burger's the best burger in town. The thing to do is to go to Jerry's, get steak fries, go to Stout, get a burger, and bring it home. That's your best bet, but I'm not that much of a fucking animal.
That is the best bet. I love doing that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying to you. I wouldn't go anywhere else for a burger right now. Nowhere else. The next 10 years while I live here. There's no reason to. That fucking burger is the best burger. The flavor in that burger, I've been all over the country. That's the best burger I've had in 10 fucking years inside that burger. How they cook it, the pink, it's real meat. You never get sick there. The onion rings are fucking tremendous, and the iced tea. I'm not going to recommend anything else to you there. I don't know. I never had it. But when I want a hamburger, one of my friends, I want a hamburger, and my friend Julius says there's a place in Sherman Oaks. Listen, then go with Julius.
Right, yeah.
Go with Julius. But today, we're going to Stout. And I guarantee you'll love it. And that's it. It always works. It's not that I'm being a prick. It's not that I'm being a bad person. I go for what's the best bang for my fucking dough.
How do you get so confident? Because I don't have it at all, man.
You just grow and you go, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm not going to do. That's it. This is what I'm going to do, and this is where I'm not going to go. You know, yesterday was the first time that we got, it was too hot to cook yesterday.
Right.
So yesterday I was going to jiu-jitsu on the way back. I'm starving. Jerry Rocha calls me. We're talking, and he goes, I'm at the Golden Chopsticks. I said, you know what? A Chinese lunch wouldn't fucking kill you. So I got the chicken pepper, you know, just nice chicken with brown rice, you know. Wasn't bad. But that's not Chinese food. Any idiot can make a piece of chicken with brown rice. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I had to settle for fucking chicken with red peppers. You know, those little red spicy peppers. That's not what I would have got there.
No.
But they don't have Szechuan beef the way I like it. They don't have anything.
And you know they can't mess that up.
Right. So I know they can't fuck it up. So I take the easy route out so nobody gets their feelings hurt. But like that there's that Chinese place on Ventura. I went there with my wife. My wife was pregnant. They got me one time for 60. Don't ever get me again. It was disgusting. Until one day I said, I'm not eating Chinese food no more. What does that mean? I'm just not doing it no more. When I go home to Chan's, I'll stack up. There's no reason to eat that shit otherwise. It's just bad. The only thing I like around here is that fucking Szechuan.
Oh, the green apple?
The green apple. But who's going to... I got to go park and go under tunnels and... No, forget it.
And that's why I don't... Going back to why I don't leave the house, I think about all that. And then I'm like, why even leave the house? Why even go outside?
You think about all that, but you'll settle for a shitty restaurant. Instead of just going to
Because I get overwhelmed, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll just go there.
Why would you get overwhelmed?
It's
like
no
America
idea.
with TV today. Nobody can have a decent TV show today. It's not even worth trying to put a decent TV show on today. Because there is so overwhelming of television. There is so much entertainment. If I want to stay home, if I wanted to be a 500-pound fat fuck, I could do it in today's world, just staying home.
Easily. It wouldn't even be hard.
Easily. They've programmed this for you to stay home and watch that shit all fucking day. There's a new show on Netflix. There's a new show on this. There's a new show on that. So no show could really grab you. I hear the hottest show is that family fucking show on ABC.
Oh, Modern Family?
There is not one person I talk to that watches that. Number two, every show I've seen on ABC the last 2 years is so god-awful. It's so god-awful. I told my wife this last week. We were watching something. I can't even watch Shark Tank no more.
Really?
It's getting a little weird. Yeah, it's getting too cocky now. And Shark Tank Plus, who gives a fuck? Give me the money or not. You're going to rob me anyway. What's the big fucking deal? I'm getting robbed here no matter what. You see the fine print at the end?
Or the producer, yeah.
Yeah, there's fine print like a mother-fucker at the end. So
it is kind of crazy, especially with that show, that we've been convinced into watching an hour long of commercials. That's a commercial for their companies and their products, and it's amazing. That's entertainment.
Well, you're really buying them. Out of all the shows, I'll watch Shark. That's
I watch it every week.
I'll watch it, but it's so weird how people glorify these other fucking shows, and I try to watch them. And I'm like, I don't know what these people. But this, for me, it's been like that all my life. I could look through something. I could see 2 or 3 little things and go, this ain't for me. You know, I was talking to Larry yesterday. I love Las Vegas. I love the idea of moving to Las Vegas. But remember what it was here yesterday?
Yeah, like 110.
That's the way it is for 3 fucking months.
Ooh, no thank you.
You know what, man? You don't have enough air conditioners. For me at this age, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I know exactly what I'm not going to fucking do. I know I'm not going to ever eat broccoli. I know I'm never going to eat fucking asparagus. I already know, because I haven't done it already, and I won't fucking break for it at all. I don't give a fuck.
What's wrong with broccoli?
I just don't like none of that shit. I don't. I like lettuce, tomato, and onions. That's it.
But only shredded lettuce.
Shredded lettuce for different things. You can't give me a salad at home with shredded lettuce. You look like a fucking moron. You have to cut the lettuce. Do you understand me? And that's what all these people have messed up out here. That's what they, it only takes a little bit more to be that much better. I open up a sandwich shop. Guess what I'm going to do before I open up a sandwich shop?
What?
I'm taking my fat fucking friend Lee and me, and we're going to get a big bag of reefer, and we're going to go to the 10 top sandwich shops in the country. That's how you open up a fucking business. That's the investment. You go to Jersey and you go, guys, give me the best fucking sandwich plan. You hear 10 guys, Vitos, Jocos, Mookies. You do a thing, and whoever has 11 out of 12, you fucking go to them. Then you go to New York City. Who's got the best sandwich? This place. You go, and you eat the sandwiches, and you learn. Then you go to Oklahoma, and you eat a sandwich in Oklahoma, and you almost puke. That day I had a sandwich in Omaha, I almost fucking puked.
What happened?
Oh, my God. It was just something that they couldn't even make a sandwich. But I knew this going in, and this is what you get when you go to those small little fucking airports.
You're so hard on yourself. This is what you get.
It is.
I should
It's
have known
true.
better.
It's true. You reach a certain age that you already know what you're getting yourself fucking involved in. That's about 34, 35. You know you're going to get sucked into this stupid shit. That's why, I had a friend who got hooked on coke at 50, on crack at 50. I never saw that.
Oh, God.
After all of life that's been happening, at 45, you want to get hooked on crack and smoke crack and all this shit now?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Were they sober up until that point? Or
Well, not really. They were still fucking doing shit, but now they smoke crack out of everything at that age.
Yeah, that's intense. Crack. It's weird, especially because when I used to look at people my age now and think I was old. But now, when I'm growing up and seeing, I live next to this woman who is very nice, but I'm pretty sure she's a hoarder. She doesn't leave the house. It gets kind of creepy after a certain age for a lot of people. It's sad. It's weird how people just deteriorate.
Well, I'm not deteriorating.
Well, not you.
Yet, but no. But listen, that deterioration process, you have two choices. You could let yourself deteriorate, or you could do something about it. Mm-hmm. You follow me, man? I mean, I've never had it, but I can't imagine what it's like to lose the will to live. I want to live every day. As bad as my life was, there was something, I knew that there was something over the fucking hill. That's the only way I could describe it. When you get up in the morning and you realize where you're at, and then you start thinking about your life, and right before you fucking go into a fucking coma of depression, you fucking look up, and it's like there's something over the hill, and you run in the shower, and when you're in the shower, you give yourself that confidence. But I can't imagine what it's like not to have the will to live. Not to have the will, and it's not about money. I know people who've had millions of dollars that they lose the will to live, and I just always thought life was fucking great. No matter how bad it was, I never saw it. And I gotta tell you, I felt bad in a lot of times in my life. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and tell you that there was years I didn't know what the next level was. Or
so when you were homeless, you didn't feel that way?
When I was homeless, doing all that shit, I gotta tell you, I knew that I was putting myself in this position. But part of it wasn't that I wanted to do it, Lee. It was that this is where I wanted to be. I didn't think I was good enough to do that other stuff. So is that complicated for you?
When you say
listen, half the coke I did, I didn't want to do. Half the shit I did. Do you think I really wanted to fucking break into somebody's house? I didn't want to fucking do that at all. There was 19 or 20 factors. I could have got a job, Lee. I'm capable, man. Don't let me fucking bullshit you. Yeah, I'm not college educated, and I don't use big words. But you take me into your office and you give me a week or two, and I'll figure out what the fuck you're doing. And all that 4 years of college you went to school for, you're going to go, boy, was I stupid. You follow me? I mean, you really have to think of all the things you could do and learn on your own if you really have the desire to do it. If you really want to be a fucking camera guy, and okay, Joey, but I only make $200 a week at my sandwich place. Then you put away $25 and you get yourself a $150 camera and you just start shooting. You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, there's so many things that you really could be doing if you really wanted to do them.
I think That's the hardest part, though. And that when I say I have anxiety, a lot of it comes from starting shit. Once I start something, I'm good. But I'll go back and forth. It started when I was a kid with homework. It continues now with my a lot of professional stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you something that's really funny you mentioned homework. When I got out of Catholic school, you had a certain time period to do homework, so I was pretty much trained.
Okay.
You had I think you had like a 5 to 6:30 was homework, and then you ate dinner and did homework. Don't quote me on this. I don't know exactly what the thing was. So I went to 6th grade in North Bergen, and in those days, since I had been brutalized to do homework between a certain hour, I would do homework at night before I went to bed.
Just because fuck them. Fuck the nuns.
Fuck the nuns.
Yeah.
But then, when I got left back, I always did my homework first and got it over with. Even those years I was at North Bergen and my mom had died and I would do acid with those guys after school, if I had a project, I would go to school early and do homework at school. Just go to the cafeteria, sit there by myself. I wouldn't even go to study, because then people would see me. You know, if Lee got out of school, I think it was 2:38, and the last class went till 2:34. I used to go to school at 7, but I'd get out at 12:15 every day, because I was part of the CIE work-study program. So you got 15 credits to work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Getting out at noon every day?
Yeah. So sometimes I would just call the lumberyard and go, I'm not going to be there till 3. I knew I was going to do acid that night. So right at 12:15, I'd get my books and I'd run to the cafeteria or somewhere that nobody could see me, and I'd do my fucking homework. And I'd just leave it in the locker. That's how organized I got. Even just getting the fact of getting left back, I never procrastinated with schoolwork again. Even when I enrolled later on at Colorado Mountain College and I started going to CU at night and all that shit, I never procrastinated homework, and it still sticks with me today. Like, this podcast sheet gets prepped Sunday.
For the whole week?
Yeah, except for the names for the shout-outs.
Wow.
Okay, everything gets programmed because I like my homework. You got to have homework.
And just get it done.
And listen, you have a chance. When you got to do something, do it and get it over with.
Yeah.
And I didn't learn that from fucking nobody. You know what I learned that on? Sanford and Son. Fred Sanford told Lamont one time, when you got to do something, do it and get it over with. That's why I call it work. It's not easy. They call it work. They call all this shit work for a reason.
Do you ever, it's been going crazy in my mind. It's work. I was pretty lucky in school. I would do the homework, but for tests and for all that stuff, really, I would study a little bit maybe, but I could pretty much do nothing and get a B. And I really think it fucked with me. I think it hurt me in life. Because, and it's not like my parents were sitting like, oh, you're the best. I'm sure they did that a little bit, but I honestly think me not having to put the work in back then has really held me back in work. Because I still sometimes take a long time to get started, or I'll put something off. If I know I have until 3 o'clock on Thursday, I'll wait until 1:30 on Thursday, rather than finishing it on Monday for no reason.
It'll take me a few days to get started and stuff, but in the meantime, I'll make notes. And that's the excuse I'll give myself. So I'll make notes, at least so when I sit down, I can start doing whatever the fuck I gotta do. Taking care of the shit in front of you is so important. Being on top of your schedule is so important. And I can tell you this, from not having a schedule to being on top of it, it's two different fucking worlds. Sometimes it's too creepy. Like, it's too creepy because you're held too much to your schedule. But it's not bad in a way, because it makes you be more productive with your day.
Well, I would imagine if you're going from no schedule to a schedule, you might overshoot a little bit and then just have to dial it back. So we're like a happy medium between being scheduled and then having some free
I try
time.
to break everything into 2-hour chunks.
Okay.
I'll write for 2 hours. I'll do business for 2 hours. I'll go to jiu-jitsu for 2 hours. I'll come back and write for 2 hours. Then I'll talk to my wife for an hour, see what's going on with the house, look at the mail with her, talk to her about this or that. You know, you have to keep evolving. I can't sit at one place for that long. I know when I sit down in the morning what I got to do on the computer. And there's times I'm doing 4 fucking things at once. That's the beauty of the computer. I could be answering emails on Facebook, sending emails on Hotmail, twitting a bitch, and fucking answering Gmails.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's so weird. That's how and a notebook in front of me with the earphones on, listening to music. And the notebook has jokes, but the other notebook is the people I got to contact and why. And then on the back of that page, I write that I contacted them with a result and what happened. This is all at once. So I'm juggling 6 fucking things. I'm on Facebook writing, suck my dick, it's Wednesday. Then I'm on YouTube blasting a song. Then I go over to fucking Hotmail. I answer this fucking Momo. Then I go over to Twitter and write that out and answer 3 people there. And then from there, I take that to the notebook and I go, that dude just gave me a fucking joke by mistake. And I write it down, the notes, and I try to make it funny. And then on top of all that, I look at the other notebook and I go, holy shit, I got to call Andrea.
I think that's brilliant because here's an issue I have. You were big on me for a while to make sure you tweet and Facebook at least once a day. Like I've been trying to get better at it. So in the mornings I sit down and I try to think about what I want to say. But a lot of times if I'm stuck on what I want to say, I'll just sit there and do nothing. And you've said it forever. I have to have 2 notebooks, have
Get
a
up,
couple
take
things
a shower.
open.
Get up, take a shower. Once you're dead, you're dead. You're in no position to sit anywhere for a fucking hour. You're 26 years old. You can't sit there staring out into the world looking like a fucking Momo. You got to get up and right there when you stall, go in the shower. Right there when you stall, you should be hitting the balcony, hitting that pipe,
Okay.
and shooting into the shower. And by the time you get out of the shower, you'll have something to say. And you just did 3 birds with 1 stone. That's how productive you were, all in one fucking loop. So you get up from the computer, go in the bathroom, put the hot water on only. That's it. Hot water on only. Close that fucking door. Go out to that backyard and hit that motherfucker tutsuroots. Put that down and go in there now and put the cold water on so the fucking floor gets nice and hot for your feet. And now you get in there and you got steam to open up your pores, and then you put the cold water on. Fuck you and your drought. If it takes 8 minutes to smoke the bowl, it takes 8 minutes. If it takes 10 seconds, whatever. It looks like fucking some hippie don't take a shower today. Big deal. He ain't missing water. So by the time you go back in there in 8 minutes, it's steamed.
Right.
You go in there, you get your fucking loofah, you could shave, do everything in one fucking shot. And usually, if you have the smoothie early, by the time you're doing the Twitter, you got a shit. So now you smoke dope, you sit on the throne, it's steamy in there. The problem with hot air and shit is it thickens in there. It's not good. It lurks in there like a fucking herpes. It lurks. It smells for a little while. But you flush it, you give that fucking shit water, you let the hot water turn cold for a minute, and now you killed 8 birds with 1 stone. You fucking smoked, took a shit, made a smoothie, showered, shaved, shampooed, you put cream on your legs, you cleaned out your ears with the Q-tips, you put Visine in your eyeballs so nobody knows you're fucking stoned. You know, your Listerine, you know. This is all right there. By the time I get out of the shower, my clothes are on the fucking bed, Lee. I already got the clothes. On the way in to smoke, that's what I did. I took a pair of shorts out, socks, and I throw them across to the fucking bed. That's productivity in your fucking day.
I think multitasking has got a bad rap recently.
Who gives a fuck? Ain't got a bad rap who? By fucking people who are lazy. That's not multitasking. That's being productive. That's not going any direction without an empty hand. That's what that's called. Not making a move without an empty hand. Why am I making this move all the way over there without an empty hand for? What can I take to the fucking kitchen? This glass that's been sitting here for 3 fucking weeks?
Right, yeah.
So now I got a plan. As soon as I got up, I got a fucking plan. I'm going to go into that kitchen, eat, whatever, boom, back to the bathroom, put the hot water on, out, smoke, go back, shit, boom. By the time I get out, clothes, everything's ready to go. That's called productivity. And if you can't do that in your house, how the fuck are you going to do it at work?
Right. How are you going to do it at work?
Who the fuck says multitasking is multitasking? Because I'll tell you what happens to people. A, they multitask without a list. Like my wife. They multitask without a list, or being prepared for that multitask.
Why is the list so important?
Because it follows you. You follow to the blueprint. So it makes the multitask a lot fucking easier. What do you think? I could just juggle 3 fucking balls? No, but if I write every move, if I know every move when I get up, that multitask, I just saved fucking 2 hours of labor.
And is it because people get like, they're like, oh, I'm so busy, I can't spend 10 minutes and write a list, but that list would save them 3 hours?
That list is what you do at night before you go to bed, or that morning while you're drinking your coffee. Again, you're multitasking. You're not just sitting there. You ever see people drink coffee and smoke a cigarette and look out into the horizon?
You don't sit on your balcony?
No, I always wanted to see somebody just a bullet go into their head and they fall backwards. If you're sitting there, even the fucking, like, I don't know nothing about nothing, dog. I don't know nothing about nothing. But I did know one thing. When I started doing comedy, I would wake up in the morning and I'd be angry.
Okay.
And sometimes I'd be sad. And sometimes I'd be anxious. I don't know. This happened like in 1994. And one day I shoplifted a notebook. I don't fucking know. And I woke up every morning and I wrote, Tuesday, June 21st. By this time, I wasn't even sharp enough to write, it's a beautiful day to be alive. I would say it to myself from time to time, but I didn't believe it, you know? And I would just write what I woke up with. Oh my God, Lee, when you read that notebook a week later, you're just draining what's in there. Cut 2 years later, I'm dating this chick and she's telling me about the writer's way or whatever. And that's what they're supposed to do in the morning. I didn't cheat. I didn't copy from them. I was doing this 2 years before I met this fucking broad.
So you just write all the thoughts that were in your head from the night before? Yeah. Okay.
And those thoughts turn into your schedule. So how many thoughts you got? I want to fuck Paula. I got to take Finny to the cat. I got to do something about my mom, and I got to do something about my dad, you know. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then all of a sudden you write another line and go, okay, what time is it? And you're still drinking your coffee. You're still drinking your coffee. Now, you already should have the anchors for your day. You should have had an anchor in there written on Sunday. There's got to be something in there for Thursday when you open up that notebook that you wrote in there on Sunday. It's got to be an anchor.
What if you have nothing? What do you put down?
You better put down fucking you're going to do something. What the fuck are you going to do? You better put something down. There's got to be something you could fucking do.
So even if it's on an appointment, just
I
do
put
something.
12 o'clock BJJ.
Okay, got it.
If there's nothing on that fucking list, I put 12 o'clock BJJ. And you put right 1 hour. You could do that. And look around your room. There's got to be something you could fucking do to fix your desk or to make yourself more efficient. So if you don't have something, you give yourself something. Well, from 9 to 5, you never have the power to watch TV. That's for amateurs. 8 to 6, that's for fucking news. That's it. From 8 to 5, you better find something to fucking do. There's something everybody could do.
How does this change when you're looking for a job?
In which way?
Because you don't necessarily have a full 9 to 5 schedule. But I know there's a lot of people out there who are looking for jobs and are frustrated. There's a lot of people who, whenever you hear like the...
How does this look when you find the job?
Yeah.
If I was 26,
Uh-huh.
I'd be up at 6 in the fucking morning every morning.
Okay.
I'd be up at 6 in the morning. Those websites, they work. But you got to take it a little deeper. Those guys get 2 million resumes a morning. Mm-hmm. They don't really have time to look at everybody. This is where people say, well, you need to have connections. No, you need to make connections. And how you make connections is by stop being fucking lazy. See where the office is. See where the HR office is. Everybody has an HR office. Every fucking big corporation that you want to work today has to have a, what do they call that?
Human resources.
Human resources office. I want to get down there. I want to know who makes the decisions, and I ain't got time to email something.
But they said don't come. They said no
I don't
calls.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. You want a fucking job, right?
Right.
You got to show down there. Did you not read the memo? You're not supposed to come down here? No. My brother Joey Diaz told me that they were looking and to just come down and see some lady named Samantha. Who's Samantha? Right away you got conversation. Right away you got conversation.
You just make up a name?
Oh, yeah. My friend Peter Patello told me to come down here and see Samantha. But wait a second. How did you find out? I'm a college graduate. I've been looking for a job. You just selling yourself back. You got 1 minute to talk. 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 You're a dummy. You're not really a dummy. I don't care if you're a chemist from Harvard. Right there, you're playing a dummy. My friend Mike Jesus told me he's a fucked up Jew. Just start talking. Start talking. Her name is Samantha. I just want to drop this off. You mean Rebecca? Boom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then
let me put Rebecca on there. Guess who's getting a call tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning? Rebecca.
And fuck.
There you go.
That's brilliant.
There you go. What's the fucking big deal? Lee.
And then you're
Lee,
there. You get the job because you're there.
I swear to my mother's grave and to all the viewers that are watching, I was a worthless piece of shit at the age of 25. What I'm about to tell you, people might even make me cry. I was a worthless piece of shit at the age of 25. I couldn't be trusted. I couldn't do nothing. But there was one thing I could do, was get a job. Fake references. Names. Guys, I can't do much. I'm telling you right now. If you listen to this podcast from the beginning, I was a plumber 8 times. I was an electrician. I was a hot carrier. I was a carpenter's helper. I was a car salesman. I worked at a body shop. I worked at a shoe store. I worked at Bennigan's as a fucking cook for 2 hours. I worked at gas stations. I worked at a fucking meat place. Guys, do you understand me? I'm a fucking stiff. But what kept me alive was the ability to walk into these motherfuckers' office and you got 1 minute to sell yourself. Did you just see what I just did? Looking for Samantha. Who's Samantha? The lady who hires here. You mean Rebecca? Oh, there you go. I didn't even do nothing.
And do you do like the thing where you don't answer their questions? You just keep talking? Because like I would get nervous. Like you're gonna get in trouble. Like oh, I'm so sorry.
You're not gonna keep talking. I mean, like a fucking moron. Sorry about that, people. You're not gonna keep talking like a fucking moron, but you're gonna keep talking that you're panicking, a little panic. You're embarrassed. This is really embarrassing you. You were told something, and that's not the case. Oh my God, I am flabbergasted. Nikki DeLuto told me to come here and give Samantha. Who's Samantha? This is after you know it's Rebecca. Okay, this is even after you know it's Rebecca. You drop another Samantha on her, and now she tells you the last name. You mean Samantha Cochran? Yeah. Okay. Huh? There you go.
Oh my God.
You got a website info. You got an email on the website. Here you go. But if you don't do that, see, and now you're listening going, Joey, that's not going to get you the job. It's not. But if you do 10 of those, you got a better chance of just clicking that thing on the internet.
I worked for a pretty big production company. This guy just walked in around the office park one day with resumes, and he got hired.
Yeah.
It turned out he was an idiot.
Because we've forgotten, well, that idiot knows how to get a job.
Right,
I just told you.
The job, yeah.
While you're at home fascinating over your degree and what your parents paid and the loans you took and you're feathering your asshole, you got to really think about what you're qualified for, and especially in today's economy. So you got to lower your standards a little bit, and you got to do shit that they might not be able to do, Lee. Listen, I just told you this story about human resources from what I've heard.
Yeah.
When I was going to places, you dealt with a manager. Okay, so Lee Syatt calls me up, and he says, listen, Joey, they're looking for, my sister works at the Sheridan Center. They're looking for bartenders for the front. No shit. Okay. What do you do, Lee?
What do I do? I go and I try to find a manager who's working. Probably during off hours. So I can introduce myself and try to get a job.
The manager, you got to go to HR.
For bartender, I would probably I would think manager. But
go to the manager first.
Okay, but
maybe become friends with the bartender. Maybe go work the bartender first. Go in and get a soda. Because he could be the manager.
Give a nice tip.
No, just talk to him. How you doing? Listen, can I ask you a question? Again, I just worked at fucking this place for 8 years. I'm looking for a job. My friend Nikki DeLuto. Who's Nikki DeLuto? I have no idea. Doesn't really matter who he is. 9 out of 10 times, people look at you and go, oh, yeah, I know Nick. And you're sitting there going,
because they don't want to be embarrassed and forget somebody.
Yeah. So you don't have an idea. Just make up a name. Pete Rose. Really? Oh, my God. I love Pete. Listen, you guys looking for part-time? I love to work here. I'm really good with crowd. Whatever. Nah, listen, come back at 3:30. Boom, there you go. There you go. You give the guy the fin now. When you walk in, he's going to go over and say, this guy worked at the Regency Hotel for 6 years. He knows banquets. How do you know? Because he came in here earlier looking for you and he tipped. Look how nice his shoes are shined. You're looking for a job. If you're looking for a job making $8 an hour, you don't have to shine your shoes. But if you're looking for a job making over $60,000 or $250,000, your shoes better get shined every time you leave the house, because I'm a bum from the street, and that's the first thing I look at.
Really? You look at shoes?
First thing I look at. If you don't have time to shine 2 pieces of fucking thing, why would I want you working for me?
And we've spoken about it before, but that's weird in this town. LA's like, you never dress up for job interviews here.
That's why you don't get the job.
Right. Well, I would agree with you mostly, but in LA, I've been to places where people like laugh at people who dress up here.
You have to half dress. You have to half-ass dress. Okay? You're not going to wear a suit with a fucking tie, but a light jacket with a shirt that's open and shiny shoes with a belt that matches the shoes, just something to let them know, you can't get a $10,000 check with a $10 presentation. Did you see that special we shot?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the special, my material sucked, my timing sucked. But the first thing that sucked was what our man Larry said, the wardrobe. I look like a bum from the street. Now, in my personal life, I like to look like a bum from the street. I don't want people to get confused. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to put on a Versace suit and walk around to make you feel bad.
Okay.
Okay? I am who the fuck I am. I got, how many pairs of new Adidas I got in my fucking closet? Up in the top shelf?
How many?
4. Brand new in a box I get from Amazon. Look at the ones I got on.
Hold, yeah.
Okay? My socks are clean. My shorts are brand new. The T-shirts I just bought at the Fat Man store. But do you understand? I don't ever want to give people the illusion that I don't need to dress in a fucking polyester suit or whatever. I got suits. I got shirts. But when you go for a job, okay, last fucking Monday, I went to meet with these guys. I know these guys. I went to meet them at Arts.
Okay.
You know what I had on?
What do you have on?
A pair of jeans with a little hole in the back pocket, a T-shirt with these sturdy sneakers. Do you know what? I was supposed to leave the house at fucking 9:10. At 9:15, I was putting on iron jeans with a nice shirt I just got and brand new Adidas. I put my rings on. I put my chain on. I put my hairdo down there. And you know what? I'm doing that show tomorrow night, and I got a meeting with them next Tuesday. Because if you don't feel good, and guys, I didn't know this till later on either, but if you don't feel good, you're not going to fucking...
How different did you feel from the...
Tremendous.
From the
I
whole
had the
jeans?
confidence of 1,000. I went there looking like Charles Bronson. I'm going to go there dressed like Charles Bronson. Why? Who am I, Charles Bronson? No. You got to dress nice. And even if they dress like fucking bums, you dress a little better than them and you outdress them. If your sneakers are white and clean, if your pants are ironed, if you don't have a stain. I had a stain on my shirt the night of the special.
Right, yeah.
A stain on my shirt. Do you know what that's like? Just take that film and burn it. I mean, the film, those guys ain't never going to send it back. It's been 8 months.
Right, yeah.
We'll clean it up and send it back to you in a month. That's never going to fucking... I knew how to get a job. Even today, when I go to audition for a movie, I'm not better than half of these guys. Look at my face. Look like a fucking bus headed. But when I walk in there, Jack, I don't give a Frenchman's fuck. I know my lines. I've done it 18 times where I walk around. I know exactly how I would answer the door, how I would turn the light bulb off, what hand I would do it with. That shows them you're prepared, man. Did I fucking know this at 22? I knew half of it.
How long did it take for the rest of the half to come in?
20 years.
I have to give you credit, man. I brought donuts to an appointment I had yesterday. And it fucking...
Okay, so...
It fucking blew the room up.
Okay, see, you could have been a real douchebag. I mean, listen. I think I mentioned it last week. The guy around here with the convertible. I see a convertible BMW. I see a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
All right, but I see a nice guy.
Okay.
Now, I'm against this too, guys. In fact, next week when I come back, I got to really take care of it. Living in that fucking thing over there with those trees destroys my car. I can't wash my car enough. Then I get in there with the karate fucking... Listen, at jiu-jitsu, I always take my pants off and the underwear and I dry and I wipe my ass. Then I put my shorts on. That's how fucking particular I am about that. I never go in that fucking thing with rotten ass. Yesterday, it was so hot that I actually went in there. My T-shirt was still wet, and it was a brand new T-shirt. It was amazing. So today I took it to get cleaned, and I washed it, and I hand washed it, and the whole thing. And I'm looking at the fucking car, and I'm like, how many fucking birds have shit in this thing? You know?
Right.
That's it. I got to turn it in anyway. My wife's got to turn hers in. My wife's going to fucking kill me with that lease. So it doesn't really matter. But the point of the situation is you have a nice car.
Yeah.
Tell them what you drive.
I had a Volkswagen Jetta.
Okay. Some people are sitting there going, VW, fuck you, Lee. It's a cheap car. Hey, fuck you. That car sparkles. So here's Lee pulling up with his little VW. Now, Lee could have been an asshole. Lee could have been, what's the word people use when you're a fucking fake fuck? You could have gone and got lattes from
Pretentious,
Starbucks
yeah.
and, you know, because I love this tea from Africa.
And you know what?
You know,
it's funny. Someone, when I went in, asked me, are those from Sprinkles? Like the cupcake place that's $20 for 4?
Yeah. Fuck you and Sprinkles. These are handmade from some badass Mexican motherfuckers that don't fuck around.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. But you know what, Lee? You set your mark and you enforced it. You went in there with the donuts you believed that were good. You had your suit on. You walked in there with confidence. It was just a couple things that gave you that confidence. Listen, just because you don't have confidence or you don't think you have confidence, there's things you could do that get you so excited that the confidence comes naturally. Did you notice that yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Like, as soon as they got excited,
There you go.
And when I say I don't have any confidence, I'm misspeaking. I think if you listen to episode number 1 of this, that would be more.
Nobody has
true.
confidence. Everybody.
Yeah, you have. It seems like you do.
When I was a kid, I was a half a fag. I got hit in the head with a lunchbox. It changed me for who I am.
I should have got hit in the head.
PTSD in full effect. You know what I'm saying? If anybody got PTSD, it's me. That lunchbox hit me and changed me forever. I started eating meat and shit and chicken delivered. Before that, I was a half a fucked up kid, man. My dad died, so. But confidence sometimes is a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Is your shirt ironed? Is your hair trimmed? My fucking fingers are fucking disgusting. Next week, we're both going for fucking manicures. I can't finger bang confidently. I looked at my fingers about 2 weeks ago. I'm like, who would let me finger these? I don't have fungi nail. I don't have the Mickey Rourke fingers. The fingers of death. You ever see Mickey Rourke's fingernails?
No.
He's got what I got on my toe, on his fingernail.
Oh, no.
He's got fungi nail on his toes, on his hands.
That's not good.
I have just fucking fingernails that, you know, I've had chlamydia on these fingers. This fingernail had the herp. This one had fucking.
Each one is a different
Oh,
disease?
please. I had these fat kind of hands are disgusting. I looked at them the other day. My hands are still soft. You know, I put cream on them and shit. But look at these. You know, you can't get a nice job with dirty fingers. My fingers are not dirty, people. My cuticles are out. They're not, what do you call that when you polish them? Whatever, when you put the fucking thing on them, you know, you file them. This fucking moron.
I don't know what that
He's
meant.
looking at me.
Did anyone else know what that meant?
Sure. Listen, you want a job making 60, 100 grand. You can't walk in there with dirty fucking hands. There's little things that different people look at.
There's nothing that grosses me out more than long
You
fingernails.
everybody has their own private Idaho.
Long fingernails.
Why take the chance? Let's pretend I don't give a fuck if your shoes are clown shoes. But your hands better be sharp. I had a friend tell me that he wouldn't hire anybody unless they had a watch. How's that one for you?
That's fucked up. I don't care. I don't wear a watch.
He was a fucking general manager of an accounting firm in Jersey. I knew this guy forever. Talked to him till about 8 years ago. He married. He moved to fucking Nantucket. It's over. But he told me at every fucking, he goes, I've never been, every one of his employees lasted over 20 years because he always made sure they had a watch. If somebody came into an interview without a watch, he would not hire him. How fucking, that's racism. That's prejudice you don't even know. I've had watches, I just can't put them on. I was looking at a watch I had the other day. It's so many little things when you're trying to look for a job. But guess what, Lee? Anything beats sitting there and pressing that button and really thinking that somebody's going to contact you. Now, a lot of people at home going, Joey, you're completely wrong. I got a job offline. I didn't say that. I'm just saying I'm upping your odds a little bit. If I see a fucking job that I really want, do you have any idea?
You get excited about it?
Oh, my God. When I was a kid, I'd look at that paper every day. I was one of those people that I had a job, and after about a week, I'm like, there's got to be something better. Maybe I'll be a drywaller. And I would quit this, and I would get an apprenticeship with a drywall company, 30 days, $8 an hour. After that, you go up to 12. You know, I knew how to fucking rap these people because people always want to teach, okay? So that's how I would always get a job in construction.
Because people like teaching their craft?
I set them up. How you doing, Lee Syatt, Joey Diaz? Listen, I really want to be, I'm looking for the job as a hard carrier. Have you ever been a hard carrier before? Not really. But my father's uncle was a hard carrier. He told me what I had to do. I had to mix sand, 16 scoops into each bag of concrete. I got to have your brick ready for you. Why do you want to be a hottie, Lee? You're going to school. You know what? I really don't want to go to school. I like brick. I've always been interested in brick, and everybody says you're the best brick mason. So let's make a deal. Let's do this. Instead of paying me 10, pay me 8, and teach me your course. Teach me what you know. 8 out of 10 people will hire you because you just paid them a tremendous compliment. You told them they were the best, and you wanted to learn from them. That person's going to hire you, even if you don't know, if you've never heard about this guy before.
And even if they don't hire you, maybe they'll tell someone else.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big thing. Like, people say connections. I think it's just you meet people.
Guys, I was in San Francisco. I walked into a biggest Mexican restaurant looking for a bartender job. The guy gave the sheet to another guy. The guy looked at it. He took me aside. He goes, my name is Jose Diaz, and I'm Cuban, too. And we started talking. He goes, if you want to wait a couple weeks, I'll give you a job, but I get you a job right now. Right now, go to Rockin' Robin's on Haight-Ashbury. Boom, I got a fucking job. You know what time I walked into that place that morning?
What time?
7:59. I knew it opened at 11, but in those days, it didn't matter if the fucking place opened at 11 or 12. I made myself leave the house at 7:30. That's the other part of getting a job. There are so many fucking aspects that you have to do. And that's the number one on fucking any list that you see. You either got to A, be up early and get a jump on the morning, or B, get the fuck out of the house. Both of those are the most important thing in your fucking day. And you ask Trump, you ask anybody who's made fortunes in this fucking, nobody sleeps past fucking 6. They want to be up, they want to be alive, they want to be kicking. Not only that, you want to be moving. At 8 o'clock, I want to ask you a fucking history question, and I expect you to fucking say the whole thing, bound for bound, 1696. That's how clear-headed you are. Because even if you're not, you have to make yourself that way.
So it has nothing to do with like them or the other people being there first. You want to be at attention, as you say, like right away.
It's all the whole thing. That's what you don't have confidence. Get up at 6. You'll have confidence. You'll have confidence because you'll talk yourself into the confidence by the time you walk into the guy's fucking office at 10 o'clock to ask him for a job or her for a job. Everything, man, everything is based on enthusiasm. I could tell when I'm enthusiastic about a set, or I could tell when you saw at the Comedy Store last Tuesday when I died dead. I didn't want to be there. I was half dead. On Tuesdays, I'm still fucking dead.
And you can't psych yourself up into it?
Sometimes you can. You know me. 9.5 out of 10 times, I psych myself up to go into the mouth of the fucking lion. Right, I don't give a fuck. But that was that 1% that night.
It is, and then for those people who like don't want to get out of bed or whatever, it's tough. Then it's even harder.
Listen, there's a word that I always have in the back of my mind. You know, you grow up. I have a daughter. I look at my daughter. I see that girl from Marie ETC. Okay, she's 16, whatever the fuck she is. Not the best looking kid in the world. but a heart of gold. She was goofing with us the other day. My wife made a fucking remark because that's how my wife is, and Becky giggled, whatever. I didn't think it was funny because I thought of her as my daughter. Anyway, I go over to jiu-jitsu. There she is again. She's the fucking waitress over there. These are these kids that are fucking working, you know? I'm so high I forgot my point, Lisa.
The waitress at Marie T.
No, I know. Like, you know.
Oh, not wanting to get out of bed.
Not wanting to get out of bed. Now you see a kid like this. That this kid's 16, 17. She got 2 fucking jobs. She knows the way of the world. I don't know what her parents do, but the parents are preparing her. And they made her take a bus. I saw her get off the Magnolia bus. Okay, that means she goes right from Marie T. straight to fucking Victory and Magnolia. You know what I'm saying? On the way to Flappers.
Right, yeah.
That's the education of a lifetime for that child. That child's going to be independent. Do I have the balls to do that with Mercy? Not in a million fucking years.
I think she'll have a job at 15, 16.
Listen, no, you're not getting the point.
Okay.
Do I have the fucking... Do I want to be on Victory and get out into my car and see Mercy getting out of a fucking bus at 15, 16?
Right.
Not in a million years, but guess what? For her to succeed in this life, she has to do those little things at that age. That gives college a better taste. That gives so many fucking things a better taste. You know, like it tastes a lot better if you have your own money at that time. I was a mischievous kid, but I was moving around at 16, Jack. And when I mean moving around, I was moving around. I was taking buses into the city. I was going on the bus with Greg Herrend to the 5-star basketball camp. You know, in the 8th grade. In the 8th grade, we took a bus to see the New Jersey Nets in Piscataway. We had to take a bus to New York first, then get a connecting bus to fucking Piscataway. I knew my way around there. When I was a sophomore in high school, when I was a freshman in high school, we'd all take buses down the shore. 16 of us. I knew how to get my way around, you know. I want my daughter to have the same. Tonight she was threatening to leave. So she took my computer bag. Yeah, she took my computer bag. She filled it up with T-shirts. I asked her if she had tickets. I gave her $1 bill, and when I left, she was sitting waiting for the bus on the balcony with my wife. My wife actually got depressed. I'm like, she's fucking... It's a game, Terry.
Kids always do that. I ran away 1,000 times
with
Oreos.
She was running away. She had no food. Who's picking you up? She made up some name. Kristen's picking me up. Okay. My cousin Kristen's picking up. But I don't understand what I'm seeing more and more, what I hear more and more. Hey, listen. The other thing is, there's not that many jobs, guys.
No, especially because you said lowering your...
well, listen.
There's people who are taking lower jobs than they
There's a lot of kids that come out of college and they're very sharp. I don't know what the percentage is that they already have, you know, built .com companies coming out of college or whatever. They figured out a way to make a living. There's a lot of people that have to get a job first to figure out what the fuck they want to do. Mm-hmm. You know, because just because you get a job to be a fucking editor don't mean you want to be an editor when you got out. It's the same way. You know, you still like editing and stuff and you're still very good at it. But it's different than what you thought or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right. And I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I thought I did. Turned out not to be the case. But
how many fucking kids you think that happens to?
I think it happens to a lot of kids who had, like, they just quit. Like, if I hadn't met you, I probably would be editing and I'd be happy-ish. But it's, I think a lot of people who will go and just abandon what they went and got their major in. Like, there's people now who went to law school who aren't going to be lawyers, Paula says. Like, they'll be, like, a professor or something else. Which is great for them, I guess, but I can't imagine putting all of that work and time and money in and just abandoning it.
So wait a second.
Yeah.
You could go to law school, not take the bar.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And just learn all that information.
Yeah, you have a degree, but it's not, you don't have to get registered as a lawyer.
I never fucking knew that.
You should go. I mean, not exactly you have the time, but yeah, there's a lot of people who do that apparently.
It would take me 6 years to get my law degree. And by that time, I'm 59. I can't be a consigliere to a crime family. You know
Why not? There's an age limit?
Well, by that time, you're out of the fucking system, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck's going on, so... I don't know what the fuck to tell you, Lee. These stars are all right, but the reef is better. Let me give some shout-outs here. Unbelievable. Tuesday night, we're here, we're hanging out. Lee Syatt. Just regular conversation, two guys I love to be filled in on what goes on. I don't know what goes on, and I know that. I know those are my strengths, is getting a fucking job. I've always been able to fucking put one together doing something. Bruce McKenna, Anthony Kelly, Ben Grimes, Eric Portwood, Ryan Jacobs, Brendan Baham, Matt Moe, and as always, my main man, Dave Christensen.
Him and Pugsley up in Canada.
No, what were you saying? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh no, that's just the guy you gave the shout out to. Yeah, I think my lack of confidence though, it will go in different ways. Like when I went to college, it freaked me out that people would knock on your door. I don't like that. Like I'm not a very social person. I don't know. I think it all. I don't know, man.
I don't like people knocking on my door.
You don't like it either?
No, sometimes I don't even move. I just sit there. It depends. It depends what point of your life you're in.
Well, I don't even like friends. I don't like friends dropping by. Gives me anxiety. I don't know. It's you said, you told me a couple months ago that like you noticed that I live alone, and it's true. It's absolutely true. I it's not that I don't like people, but
you pay the premium to have your space. Some people some people, when you're young, you're 20, you're like, yeah, sure, what the fuck, I'll live with Lee for fucking $82.50 a month, and Joey, and all of a sudden you go take a shit, and there's 3 fucking shits in there before you, nobody's flushed the toilet, the shower's a mess, you go get that steak sandwich you brought home, it's gone, the kitchen's got mice in it, the living room has beer cans, everybody establishes that one relationship. We've all had it, and you last either a week or a year. I think I lasted like 2 fucking weeks. Then I had a decent roommate for a while. That there was always, kitchen was clean. That was great. I could have still been living with him because we laughed our asses off every night, and we smoked dope, and we both watched the same stupid movies, and then at the end of the night, he had a girlfriend that come. He'd go into one room. At that time, I didn't have a girlfriend. I'd go into the other, listen to them fuck, and I'd bang one out, and I'd go to sleep. That's it. But then but if it wasn't him, I couldn't have somebody else. I know how I am. I know the type of person I am. Even my wife creeps up on me from time to time. It drives me fucking crazy.
But my issue isn't really with, like, it is sometimes with that. But I do something that's really I don't think I've ever told anyone. Like if I leave a room and I close the door, I sit there and I'm like, all right, like what are they gonna say about me? Like that's always my main mentality.
Even in the house by yourself?
Not in the house by myself.
This is happening by yourself. What's going on with you? I wake up this morning, the sprinklers on your face. Are you fucking losing it over here? These stars killing you. You need another star anyway.
Are they killing you? Let me get you another one.
Yeah, let me get you another one. Light tonight.
Oh my god! What did I have? 7.
That's mad. I'm in your head. I'm in your gun head. You're the master disaster, Lee Syatt. You're the master disaster, Lee Syatt. There you go.
No, I don't do it at the house alone. Like if I leave like a room with people in it.
A room with people.
Yeah, like if I leave kettlebells.
Okay.
I'll wait outside the door and I'm like, I just close the door and I expect to hear them saying like, he was terrible. Oh, he's the worst. I hate him. Like I don't know what it is. My brain's crazy. I'm really.
Well, I think they say that naturally anyway.
Yeah, probably.
When I walk around, I'm like, oh, these people fucking don't like me. But who gives a fuck? That's not the confidence thing. That's just maybe an insecurity thing, which I have also. I know exactly how it feels to walk around. I just don't put my ear to the door and go, are they saying something?
I don't put my ear, but I'll sit there for like 10 seconds, just be like, okay, no, okay.
You're a young man. You work hard. You sleep. You're not a criminal by any means, I mean, fucking Clark Gable. What's the guy who crashed in the Fast and the Furious?
Oh,
I mean, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, yeah.
Elvis Presley. I mean, but you're a handsome little fellow. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir. A girl called me cute in my building today.
That's right. You're a little cute little fucking little dude. So, You have no reason to not be confident. You know, even if you had one eye, you got to be confident. Have you ever seen anybody that you look at and they have like something physical, like myself with the scars, or you see another girl like with the red thing on their eyes, the pink on their eyes, or you see somebody who's maybe missing a few fingers. Have you ever seen that confidence?
Bro, I live next to a girl with no legs. And our elevator went out for a couple weeks. They put her in a hotel, but I saw her one day when she came back. She pushed herself up 3 flights of stairs. She's amazing.
And the confidence when she walks up to you.
Yeah. Shoulders up, shoulders back.
You don't know. You can't really believe that she's doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really believe that she has that confidence with what is going on in her life. I've always looked at those people and said, why is that beautiful girl able to walk around with that scar on her face with it like if it's not on their face? And that's the beauty. I hate when I see somebody who's overweight that you could see is fucking dead. Like they're sad inside. You ever see them? They're looking down. They're like fucking mopes. You know, they're stuck. They're going home at night and they can't stop eating ramen. Or they can't stop eating something that's really unhealthy for them, you know.
It like goes back to the clothing thing. When you're that big and all you're wearing is gym shorts and t-shirts, you're like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. It's just a horrible feeling. And then the dawn on you, you know, like we talked about change, like with the comedy. Change is the toughest fucking thing because we think that we might get onto something. You know, Lee, if I go to the gym once a week, I don't know. What do you think? Oh, well, maybe you might meet somebody nice. No, I'm talking about what could happen for my, you know? Like, that's how it starts. And all of a sudden you go there and you can't believe that this thing changed you in a way. Like comedy changed me. It took 25 fucking years. It took 15 years, but it changed me. It got me married. It got my life back together. It got me another chance of being a dad. You know, comedy did all that. I stuck it out with it. You gotta stick it out with shit. You know, everybody, it doesn't come like just like that. It comes over time, and it gets hard. There's bumps and there's valleys, whatever the fuck. But you go through them, and that's what all of a sudden you're there. You've arrived where you wanted to be. But I wish it happened. Listen, I wish we had millions of fucking downloads, people in India listening to us, you know, whatever the fuck it is. But you know what? That's not the way it is. And I'm not angry at all. I'm very fortunate that 4 people listen to us. I knew this going in, but we stuck with it. You know, I got a call from 2 people yesterday. Hey, I want you to come on my new podcast. New podcast? How many fucking podcasts do you got?
Right, yeah.
Everybody's got a new fucking podcast.
Every few weeks. It's tough, yeah.
And it's like Lee and I have banged it out over whatever time. Listen, today I almost didn't do this podcast, Lee.
Really?
At 5:30, I wasn't feeling it.
You've never, I don't think you've ever once done that.
No.
It's almost 400 episodes. Why do you do that? Or what?
I didn't feel good this morning. Last night was one of the weirdest nights I've had in a long fucking time.
In what way?
It was hot yesterday, guys. Real hot. And in the daytime, I moved around a lot. And there was a period there where I couldn't stop sweating.
Ooh.
Like I was outside and stuff. I went in, I took a shower, cold water, put new clothes on, bam. That was fine. Then I went into the bathroom. And oh my God, Lee, I thought I was going to die in a sauna.
Oh, because the bathroom was so hot.
I was in there taking a dump. I didn't want to say that, but I'm in there fucking 6-7 minutes. And I'm like, Jesus. I don't like opening up the door. The door is 3. So then I go outside to do a joint thing, a periscope. And again, I mean, it's blazing out there,
Your
guys.
phone almost melted.
So I go inside, blah, 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 blah. My wife goes to bed first. She pops out a lot later and says, I can't sleep in there. It's just too warm. And I'm like, let me go in there and recheck it out. Sure enough, the window's 3 inches up. I close that. I close the curtains. I point the fucking things towards the bed. I pour the blanket down. I pour the fucking blanket down. There's no blanket tonight. It's going to be a sheet. She goes, I'm just going to sleep in the baby's room. Done. I went in there and I hit the crib at about fucking 11:45, Jack. Bam. Don't even remember falling asleep. I wake up around 3. And I walk, and it's not hot, but it's not quite cold yet. It's cool. Nobody's sweating. But it's not what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying?
Not at 3 in the morning.
So I go out, I pee, and right away I just don't feel right. Not like I'm gonna faint or not like I'm gonna die or nothing like that. Something. I try to tap into the cats. They're sleeping. I thought it was the cats. I thought the cats were out there eating at each other. They're fucking sleeping. So I'm like, what is this fucking weird feeling out here? So I finally put the robe on. I went outside. I drank some water. After a few minutes, I went outside. I smoked a few bowls. Right, it had to be 3:30 in the morning. I'm out there coughing, sparking like a savage. I go back in. I turn the TV on. Don't ask me what was on. Dog, I go back in there at 4 in the morning. It's freezing. The air conditioner was at full blast. I know how to maneuver the air conditioner. My wife don't know how to fuck around with it. There's ways to do different things. I've been working air conditioners all my life.
Yeah, that's why I need the central air.
I slept straight till 7:30. Got up, had a smoothie, walked to her, did a few things, and I just couldn't take it no more. I was tired, man. I just didn't feel good. Hit the crib, got up, did some few things again, went back and actually fell asleep again till 4:45. So something's going on. Either I'm sick or something's not right. I had a little rash the other day. Maybe it's ringworm. Who the fuck knows what it is? Ain't no fucking ringworm. I don't even know what to tell you.
That's fucked up.
So I was tired. The point being that I got up, I had no appetite. I went outside, I smoked a little bit, then I got a little appetite, I ate. And then after that, I said, you know what, I can't, because tomorrow there's no way, I can't fit it in nowhere. I'm from coast to coast. My day starts tomorrow at fucking 9:30, Jack. I got some stupid conference call, then I'm gonna change, jiu-jitsu, drill. Boom, come back, I gotta go to a fucking haircut. Then from there, I had to cancel a fucking dinner. So I'm gonna go see a thing at 6, from 6 to 7. Then I gotta shoot to the Improv and do the living room show at the fucking, where they don't serve booze, whatever that is.
The lab.
The lab. Do they serve booze or they don't?
I've never been there.
Oh, what the fuck? Where you been?
I don't know. They closed it for a while.
Okay, you never went there to see This Is Not Happening taping?
When by the time I got to see This Is Not Happening, it was in the big room.
It was in the big room
Yeah.
already, yeah. So that's what I gotta do, so I have no time. Then tomorrow night, Philly, here I come.
Roast pork, maybe?
What?
No, a roast pork sandwich? No.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna eat.
You got a plan, man. What?
I don't know what's on my neighborhood. I don't know what hotel I'm gonna stay at. I'm not worried about it, Lee. I'm really not worried about it. I don't want nothing. Would you eat roast pork if you got 5 sold out shows? Why take the chance?
You need the energy.
No, the pork ain't gonna give me no energy. What if that pork is rotten and I can't do those 5 shows? You follow what I'm saying to you? There's no fish the first night. There's none of that. You eat very lean the first night. I'll make a protein shake. I'll make my wife make like chicken cutlets. I'll take a few chicken cutlets with me. I'll drink some water at the hotel just to get my bacterials going for the fucking area.
You pack chicken cutlets?
Sometimes for the flight, you gotta pull out a chicken cutlet from time to time to throw people off. The other thing that sucks, you can't put ketchup on it. You can't bring ketchup, and they really think you're fucking crazy. Yeah, tomorrow night they'll make chicken cutlets with mashed potatoes. I'll eat a few for breakfast. Bring 2 on the plane with me. I wanna be around. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I'm a chicken cutlet type of motherfucker. They always brighten my day. Now that gives me confidence. A nice chicken cutlet, cold. You put some salt and pepper on it, a little ketchup, and just eat it walking around. Nobody knows what's going on.
Ketchup?
Oh my God! And you smear it with the fork into little valleys in the chicken cutlet. Who the fuck you think you're dealing with, Lee? You want to go eat fucking?
That can't be allowed.
Can I need the fries?
For all the rules you have, You can't be smearing ketchup on chicken.
Tremendous. It's a light smear. I don't dope it up. That's too much sugar. You just give it a light smear just to throw the chicken off. For years, you've been eating that shit mixed with mayonnaise at Burger King and all those other places. I don't mix the mayonnaise with the ketchup. Ketchup goes straight on fucking. Even when I do make the mayonnaise sandwich, I put mayonnaise and I save the ketchup. You never mix mayonnaise and ketchup. That's McDonald's and all those fucking chains. That's how you make the meat sauce. You didn't know that?
Why can't you mix it though?
Because that's for animals. You don't want to mix mayonnaise and fucking ketchup and put it on your cheeseburger.
I told you that I was putting mayonnaise on my burger, and I told my mom, and both of you yelled at me.
Oh yeah, because you're a savage. That's why you poisoned your dad. He's probably coming with his canteen. He's ready to go down and shit.
No one got poisoned.
Nobody puts mayonnaise on their burgers.
They do it at Wendy's. That's where I learned
Because
it.
they're fucking idiots. Who would eat a burger at fucking Wendy's and get sick? You would. I know.
I've never once gotten food
Yes,
poisoning.
you do. You don't know it. You don't fucking know what happens. Those things sit in your stomach, and they start eating away your bacteria. And little by little, you got little pebbles down there and shit, and then you got to shave your head and walk around and hang out with weird people. Keep it up. Those days are over with. You're a new fucking man. You're throwing kettlebells. You're looking good. You got a little sun to you.
I'm still burnt from like a month ago.
I know.
That's what I am.
You got to go out. That's when you went on the fucking Ferris wheel, right?
No, it's when I went to the beach.
Oh, that's right. You went to the beach, too. Like, you had time to be at the beach. Johnny Muscles over here. What beach did you go to?
Point and Doom.
And what kind of bikini did you put on?
A regular, just a long bathing suit.
A long
Like goes past the knees. I don't wear. I am gonna if I get down to like 150, I am gonna wear a Speedo.
Did you put suntan lotion on?
Every hour. I put it on before we left. I put it on when we got there, and then every hour.
You jump in the water.
I did at one point. I made a point of it. I didn't dunk my head. I couldn't dunk. It was too cold.
You gotta jump in the water. I'm not mad at you because you jumped in the water. You gotta jump in the fucking
Have you
water.
been? That one's scary though.
I don't even know what Mosquito Bay is. I just know where the
Point
other one.
Doom.
Point Doom, yeah. All right, I don't know. Listen, we ate 8 stars tonight. That's Point Doom. Some beach could suck my dick. You want a Point Doom? Come on over. There's 8 fucking stars. Take a chance. Columbus did, bitch. What's up, Lee Syatt? What do you got planned this weekend with the old man?
My dad's coming. I think we would go get a steak, and then we like going to cigar lounges, like place where they could sit in a leather chair and smoke a cigar.
You what? A steak?
Yeah.
Where you taking them for a steak?
I don't know, maybe Morton's.
All right, now where you go?
I don't know where, but I just know that's on the approved Joey Diaz list.
Nah, take them for lunch. It's 22.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
You get to get the dessert. They get the little potato. You get a little fucking salad, and you look like a hero for $22. Right or wrong? That's the lunch special.
The power of the lunch special.
Tomorrow, you're going to go over to fucking Perennial. You're going to sign up. You're going to tell them I sent you. You're going to go in the back. And you're going to pay a little extra. But think of how many fucking edibles we get dropped on us. Every once in a while, you got to give a little back. You go over there to Perennial and try something. No. Forget that. Go to that fucking place and get Cushy March.
Okay, yeah.
Just drop a yardstick tomorrow on Cushy March. That'll last you all 5 days. The fucking 200s killed us.
Right, yeah.
And they have the 50s. So you could buy a couple for him, then put another yardstick and let him take some to go. We'll mail them from him. And then we'll get the mule on it.
The good plan.
But it's going to cost you something. So you might as well go to the Cushy Mart and get the best out of it. Fuck the white chocolate. That's 35 for 500 milligrams.
Oh, no. I prefer Kush Mart.
Cushy Mart. Go over to the Sunset Herbal. Tell them Uncle Joey sent you. Bam. Get yourself a fucking cushy thing. The 200 milligram. It tastes like fucking dick, but it takes you to the next level. I ain't going to lie to nobody. And then they have the other sizes. And the other sizes taste good. They're fruitier.
Oh, I've never tried those sizes.
You can make sure you get a 200 because you're in training. Don't let me find out. I'll make them go on the computer. I got the girls.
Look at the records. Yeah,
I got the girls on the record over there. But you need to get the fruity ones for your dad. They got 50s and 25s. And get them a Chiba Chew. Spend a yard or two. What are you going to do with all that money? What happens if I hit you in the head tomorrow with a chair? You die. You're going to leave all those millions under the mattress. Some fucking half a Jew fund or something.
Sure, yeah.
Stop.
That's the one, the half a Jew fund.
Stop. Who you gonna leave all those millions you got to?
Wolfgang Puck.
Wolfgang Puck, that fucking Nazi. That fuck. I'm tired, guys. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm just trying to rest up before Philadelphia.
How cool is Philly gonna be?
Philly's gonna be cool, but there's 250 animals per show, Lee. These people are fucking animals. I love them. I
Yeah.
love them with all my heart.
Philly's great.
But it's 50 minutes of duking it out. You're up there throwing fucking punches, my friend. It's a struggle. 5 days. It's a real city. It's a real city. You can't go up there and throw no okie doke jokes and shit.
And I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, this is the first time like that you've sold out like a week or two in advance. It's great.
Yeah, no, they're great. Philadelphia's a great city, man. I grew up in fucking Philadelphia. They know the deal. They feel it in my fucking heart. It don't take much. They hear me. They fucking hear me. I'm one of their uncles. Everybody in their family in Philadelphia got a crazy uncle like me. That'll do anything in the world for you. He's just a little fucking crazy. You don't have a crazy uncle?
You?
That's it?
No, my family's pretty white.
They're pretty fucking straight.
Yeah.
Let's smoke some more reefer, and then we'll let you motherfuckers go home to your own thing tonight. Tonight was just a mild little podcast. Two guys just talking about what's going on in life, what's affecting him, what's affecting me. I'm getting old, man. My fucking right eye is done. It's done. I keep catching myself on the left side. I'm having a hard time reading the TV from far away, the whole fucking thing. So, yeah, I'm not sweating it. Hey, you do coke for 27 years, shit's gonna break apart, you know what I'm saying?
Can you get LASIK or something?
I don't know. Ari said it didn't work. I don't fucking know what's going on.
My dad got it. He said he likes it.
You know, you're supposed to smoke reefer. They say if you smoke reefer, you got 20/20 vision. That shit ain't working for me, you know what I'm saying?
I've never read that.
Yeah, I heard that for years. No glaucoma, and you get 20/20 vision. Everybody else fucking walking around with fucking binoculars in their eyeballs. Me, I can't see out of my right fucking eye. So, I don't get it, Lee. You got those sheets for me, my brother? Nice conversation you brought up tonight, Lee. I know you got a lot of questions. You're a man with a lot of questions.
Yes, I am.
And that's what I fucking love about you. You understand me? Club W. Club W is the revolutionary wine club that delivers high-quality wine straight to your door. They partner with innovative winemakers from all over the world to produce a wide variety of small, lot handcrafted wines for their members, okay? With Club W, you have the freedom to pick and choose the types of wines and the number of bottles you receive each month. The best part is they offer 100% satisfaction guarantee on every single bottle. Start drinking personalized wine selections today. Try Club W. Have you been in a wine aisle? You're walking around at your local store and you're staring at this massive selection of wine with no idea which bottle to choose. Most of us go with the bottle that has the best looking label and hope that's going to be good. Well, the days of playing Russian roulette with your wine selection are done. Club W is a revolutionary new wine club that takes the guesswork out of choosing your wine. They got a simple 6-question palate quiz that will match you with delicious, high-quality wine you're guaranteed to love, delivered right to your door. What makes them different? They deliver it to your door. They send a wine that is personally to your palate taste. And we work with top winemakers and growers from around the world directly to make our own wine. Our $13 bottles would normally retail for $20. This is what I'm doing to my listeners, all right? Right now, Club W is offering $20 off your first order when you go to clubw.com/Joey. Again, it gets even better. I know you hate paying for shipping, so Club W will actually pay for your shipping on orders of 4 bottles or more. So take something off your to-do list. Just go to clubw.com/Joey to get $20 off your first order of wine, all right? This is your 4th of July deal right now. That's clubw.com/Joey. How's that for you, Lee? I bounced back from the depth of catacombs. If you're watching live, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. I got a phone. You got a phone. You got a car. You know, your day goes here, there. You misplace stuff. Smart cars, smartphones, smart homes. Technology has made everything smart. But losing your stuff still makes smart people feel really stupid, all right? Tracker makes losing things a thing of the past, all right? Tracker makes losing things a thing of the past. Tracker's a coin-sized device that locates misplaced keys, wallets, bags, computers, anything in seconds. Just pair Tracker to the smartphone, attach it to anything, and find its precise location with the tap of a button. It's that easy. Lose your phone? Press the button on Tracker and your phone rings, even when it's on silent. With over 1.5 million devices, Tracker has the largest crowd GPS network in the world. So your lost items show up on a map, even if it's miles away. So do me a favor, never lose anything again with Tracker. Listeners of the show get a special 30% off your entire order. Again, 30% off your entire order. Go to TheTheTracker.com and enter promo code CHURCH, CHURCH. The hardest thing you'll ever have to find is their website, all right? Again, go to TheTracker.com right now and enter promo code CHURCH for 30% off your entire order. Like I said, you'll never lose anything again, all right? Again, that's thetracker.com, promo code CHURCH, CHURCH. Lee, don't sit there so enthusiastic, cocksuckers. You know what I'm saying? Again, we were talking about confidence and what people need to do and what the people need not to do. Let me tell you something where confidence really starts. With your fucking underwear. Sometimes, you know what? I get sweaty underwear and I feel fucking dirty. You go out and talk to people, you switch in the dirt. You don't wash your ass, you put the same underwear on. That's disgusting, okay? And that stuff, it just wears and tears your underwear. When you wear the same underwear, yeah, you save on laundry detergent, but you're blowing out that fucking back section with the smell of your ass and funguses, and God knows what you got back there. I don't even tell you what I got back there. But anyway, whether you're wearing a suit or sweats, you spend 24 hours a day in your underwear. But instead of making a statement like Superman's tights under the everyday clothes, your underwear is probably, boring. Well, guess what? MeUndies is here to change that. Every pair of MeUndies is made from substantially sourced Modal, a fabric that's twice as soft as cotton. Again, Modal is pronounced Modal. Nothing can describe the fit of MeUndies. But once you try them, you'll understand why they're called the world's most comfortable underwear. And even if you don't love your first pair of MeUndies, they're free, no questions asked. MeUndies has dozens of styles and limited edition prints to help you make statement with your underwear, whether anyone can see them or not. Remember Superman? All right, listen, MeUndies are comfortable as fuck. I wear them under every gi. I wear them to jiu-jitsu. I wear them when I swing kettlebells. You know why? It keeps everything dry. Trust me when I tell you this. So do me a favor. As part of my little deal with you guys, shipping is free in the U.S. and Canada, and you save up to $8 a pair with the MeUndies subscription plan. How about that? Get the subscription or a single pair and get 20% off your first order when you go to MeUndies.com/Joey. That's MeUndies.com/Joey for 20% off your first order. Again, MeUndies.com/Joey. Thank you for listening. Again, on it, Club W, Tracker, and MeUndies. That's all I got to tell you, motherfuckers. Like I said, I'm having surgery, and after that, the little mini tour starts. So I'm going to be at all these places. July 21st, Flappers, which is the back room. It only seats 50. If you want to come out, it's a nice little time. You see me doing the special from the beginning and working. August 4th at Flappers. August 31st at the Ice House. September 8th at Flappers. September 28th at the Ice House. October 4th at the Comedy Store. And October 11th at the Comedy Store. So, take a chance, Columbus did, bitches. Come on out. Lee Syatt, thank you very much for another fun-filled week. You're always a gentleman and a pleasure to work with.
Thank you, sir. And I hope you have a good time in Philly.
Absolutely. It's going to be fucking great. They're going to miss you and shit. They know you'd go over there and eat yourself to death.
Oh, yeah, next time.
And I'm not going to let that happen. You know what I'm saying?
When the twilight is gone and no songbirds are singing, when the twilight is gone, you come into my heart, and here in my heart you will stay while I pray. My prayer is to linger with you at the end of the day, in a dream that's divine. My prayer is a rapture in blue, with the world far away and your lips close to mine. Tonight, walls are aglow. Oh, tell me the words that I'm longing to know. May they still be the same, for as long as we live.